Good morning, my fellow Mega Constructs, Mega Pokemon fans. Today we're going to do a quick review of the Quaxly and Paras'S Splash. This set is number HRL 52 and it has 188 pieces in it. All right, guys, I really like this set. It has some little issues, but I still like the set overall. I don't normally start off by talking about the bad parts of a set, but because I also want to review these characters individually, and I don't want to take too much time putting them back in place, I do want to show you the few short falls that I think of this set. Okay, first of all, this is not really issues, nothing I complain about. Nothing I even take away from the set, but I just wish that this plate right here was 2 studs wider, just to give us a little more room to stage or sit Paras'S up here. I know it's sitting here fine now, but you have, because of his claws, these forward claws and his head, he's a little heavy towards the front, so he has to have a wide foot spread here to give him leverage to stand up straight like you want him to. Okay, so if this had been, let's say, 2 studs wider, this would have been great. But that's not my issue with this set. The only real big issue I have with this set is, hang on. So when you turn this little handle here, you're supposed to make the boat go back and forth, as though it was on the waves, which is kind of cool. However, my lighting's not right, but we'll worry about that. My lighting's not right, but we'll work on that some other time. Because of the weight of the figure, on the box it shows you Quaxly on the boat. And the boat's up this way, but because of the weight of the figure and the balancing, he's going to always fall back down this way. And once I take him off of here, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. So once I take him off, you see the boat does what it's supposed to. Well, actually, it's not. Yeah, there it is. So it goes up and down and back and forth, which is kind of a cool feature. And the flag, of course, goes around. So, but I like this up and down motion of the boat. It does actually make it seem like it's at sea, so that part is cool. But like I said, now you can counter this by putting Quaxly here and then another figure here, and of course it'll balance it out, and the boat will work just fine. But just remember that you're going to have to either put Quaxly in the middle, or whatever figure in the middle here, or put 2 figures on a figure on each side to balance it out. All right. So let's move on to the review of the individual figures included with this set. So first up is Paras'S. Wonderful figure. I love the color. The little crab with the orange and the red. As I said earlier, you have to give him a wide base for him to stand up properly. And that leads to one of the issues that I have with this. And it's a small issue because I say it's a small issue because it still works. I just wish we had a little more room in between the joints right here. So you see well, now it wants to work right. Oh, see that? What happens is it bumps up against this joint here and it pops off, and it kind of limits your motion, your range of motions with this figure. But overall, it works fine. You can adjust these little pincers down here so that it doesn't make as big of a deal. and you adapt to it, but I just wish this was just a touch bit farther apart to give us a full range of motion. And you can kind of work around it some, like that. But it's an effort that I don't think is necessary. But overall, out of 5, I give this figure a 4.5 because that's the only issue I have with it. Okay, and this is our second version of Paras'S. The first time we received this figure was way back in Pokemon Balls Series 2 back in 2017. And this is a complete remodel of that same figure. I think this figure definitely looks a lot better. Okay, so that's it. Paras'S. Snap, 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 snap. Next up is Quaxly. Now, this is the first time we've ever, 2023, the first year that we've actually ever gotten a Quaxly figure. All right. And this year, we get 2 different versions of this figure. The one here has his eyes closed. He comes in 2 other sets. He comes in the Pokeball 18 set and a 4-pack, which I don't remember the name of the set right now. But in those 2 versions, his eyes are open. But the figure build is the same. Okay. This hat here is a soft plastic, along with the beak and his tail here. Both of these, all 3 pieces are soft plastic. I think this is a very cute figure. I like the arms go up and down, up and down. It'd be cool if this had been more of a ball joint so they can go back and forth as well, but I'm not going to complain about that. This is I like this. And of course, his feet go in and out. Now, one thing to note, when you're building this figure, I've messed up here, but don't push you want to leave yourself a little space where these little balls are, so that when you want to put him on the set, the studs will be able to go up into these little holes here. So don't push his feet all the way down. But I give Quaxly a 5 out of 5, and then a 4.5 out of 5 for Paras'S. So I like them both. Now, as far as the set goes by itself, I have to give a set of 5 out of 5. I like this little thing. This is the first one of these motion build sets that I've built. It was fairly easy. The recommended age is 7+. I think that's very appropriate. The only issue that I had with this set building it, and this is just a common issue that I have with all sets, regardless of who makes them or where they come from, is there's some 1x2 plates, which I don't see here, that for some reason they're very difficult to put together. They're just difficult to squeeze them together. And I was able to do it, but I had prints in my hands, my fingers from where I pushed them together. So you just may want to be, I'm just advising parents that you may want to be on standby to help children build a set, get those 1x2 plates together. Now this came apart. This is not an issue with the set. This is an issue with how I built it. Let me show you right here in the back. This goes in a little hole here, and I did not build this properly. I did not push it far enough in there, and that's on me and not an issue with the set. Almost forgot with the moving motion here, your flag goes back and forth. But I'm showing you here, you can see here the little mechanisms of how they work. Gets the boat to go back and forth here. This is a cool set. This is also can be used educationally to explain mechanics to children. And I think it'll be a real fun set. I can't wait to get the other sets, because there's a Pikachu set that goes on here that you can turn this, and of course your flag will wave, your boat will wave, and then it'll make the other Pikachu figure set move as well. So this set was like $19, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a nice price point for this set. The issue I was telling you about as far as not pushing the figure down too far. And you see what I'm talking about here. But it will work. Again, I just pushed those pegs down too far. But with his wide feet, he really doesn't need them. But he will need them for the boat. And then we're gonna get Paras'S right here. And there you go. I love this set. I'm gonna give this set 4.75 out of 5. And I recommend it. And if you want Quaxly in 2023, you have 3 ways to get them with this Spash set, with the 4-pack set, and as a Pokeball. And as far as I know, this is the only way to get Paras'S here. They may sometimes Mega will release a figure, say this year, and then a different version of him will come out maybe next year, but we'll see. So until next time, see you guys later.